Well, if you like problem solving, this is the career path for you. Is every day is a little bit different. Everything that you're working on is different. Things break different ways, so there's a lot of challenging diagnostics and troubleshooting, figuring out what's going on. So that can be very, very rewarding. Another piece that isn't talked about very often is the relationship that we have with customers as a business, as a technician. In other industries, you don't necessarily know who you're fixing the equipment for, but in agriculture, it's a very personal one-on-one relationship with customers. So when you go out and you repair a combine, you know exactly who you're repairing that for, and there's investment in their operation, they have investment in you, and that relationship is not talked about very often, but it's very rewarding.
Well, we call this the A-Tech program because that's what we want to build is A-level technicians, our highest performing technicians. And so I really see this program continuing to grow to where, you know, we're able to bring these students in after they graduate and start to teach them the ins and outs of what it's like to be a technician with us, you know, building their skill set so that these technicians can go out on the road, service customers. We can send them on some of the hardest jobs.
I would say one of the most surprising things that I've been a part of would be there's a lot more opportunities to be on the road than I thought there would have been. Actually, this summer I spent more time on the road than I did at the shop.
Yeah, so where I see the program going, or the origins of it really for me, are that if you look at the traditional training paths for technicians outside of what we do ourselves, you're looking at a 2-year tech school or 4-year professional school, and there aren't a lot of options in our region. And so when you do look at the ones that are available, the options that are available, they don't necessarily fit exactly what we need or what we're looking for, excuse me. And so the thought came up of, can we do it better ourselves? And I think we can. We can focus on what do we need, what's beneficial for technicians, and provide an option for the techs where a 2-year or 4-year school isn't their path. It's not right for them, but maybe this is.
I find, or most people might find surprising, is if you compare what we do to going to a traditional college, we're hands-on all the time rather than sitting in a chair behind a desk on a computer listening to a teacher talk at you all day long, which for some people is great. For me, I didn't want that. So I love being hands-on, and I learn quicker and better hands-on. So that's definitely a huge plus to this program.
There's a lot of unique opportunities with this program that we've built. Part of the motivation behind building this type of program was we want students to be able to take what they're learning in the classroom and really apply it in a hands-on setting as quickly as possible and as often as possible. So within our A-Tech program, we've really worked to make it very applicable to the equipment. So we're learning electrical, hydraulics, engines, precision technology, all those types of aspects that are important to being a technician. And then we're taking the knowledge that we're learning in the classroom, which is so valuable, and we're actually applying it hands-on in the shop as well. So that way it's not just taking a couple of classes and expecting you to know exactly what you're supposed to be doing out on the road. We're actually kind of melding the two together to make sure, okay, we've learned this competency, now let's test it. You know, how well do we actually know it?
There's a lot of different training opportunities. We have virtual training, some in-person training, some training at the manufacturers.
For students, there's that benefit of the hands-on side. There's also a lot of mentorship involved. So we know that without the mentorship of veteran and senior technicians, there's so much knowledge that they hold, and without that communication and passing on that knowledge, we're really kind of missing the mark, if you will, and we have that knowledge gap. So just making sure they have those opportunities for mentorship to work with those individuals that have lived this life for 5, 10, 20 years, and being able to take that knowledge and further it into the next generation and continue it on for our customers too.
I'm not afraid to ask questions. I would much rather just go ask somebody what I need to be doing rather than mess it up trying myself. So if somebody's around the nose, I'll go ask them. If they're not, I'll try to find it in my computer. If that fails, make a phone call. If that fails, just keep trying. So I kind of have a list I go down of a process for finding information, but you'll figure it out.
And then lastly, I'd say just the resources. You know, techs are going to need things like uniforms. So important. I mean, you're in the grease, you're in the mud. It's not the most glamorous job, right? So just making sure they're taken care of in that way, and getting them the basic set of tools as well. Tools in a toolbox, essential things they need every day. You can't go out and work on a combine without some ratchets and an impact, right? So just making sure that they have those available to them, and it's not you know, every tool they're going to need by all means, but we're going to get them started off right and make sure that they have those tools that they can build on and develop those skills with as well.